Wait, was this content creator murdered or did she die of natural causes? Because what people are saying is that she may have been killed spiritually. And the story goes deeper than that, because even she herself made a video claiming that a man in the village was threatening to take her life, all because of a 10-year-old girl named Precious.
Instead, he just threatens me that he's going to go diabolical me. I don't know who he is if I don't want to release his child. I have been frustrated, to say the least.
So this is what we know so far. Monique Pers, a popular content creator, a new mom. She shares lifestyle posts on her TikTok, food, beauty, just basically a lifestyle content creator that has over 100,000 followers on TikTok. Now, when she gave birth over a year ago, she needed somebody in the house with her. From what we hear, her husband may not be in the country or may not be in Abuja with her around this period. And so she reached out to her mom to help find a girl from the village that could come help her as a maid of some sort. And that was when this 10, 11-year-old girl named Precious came into her life from the village to Abuja. Precious was intended to just be some sort of help with somebody to babysit the child while Monique does other things, the chores or go about her business. However, according to what we are learning, when Precious came into Monique's life, Monique instantly fell in love with this little girl, and they became best of friends. In fact, at the point, she started calling Precious her daughter. She basically turned this girl's life around, enrolled her in school, changed her dressing, changed her lifestyle, changed everything about this girl into something that you will not believe this girl is even from the village. And then she started making content with this little girl. However, when her content started getting popular on social media, the parents of the girl suddenly requested that they bring the girl back. Precious's father especially was the one in the village who kept requesting that his daughter be returned back to him. And I think this is where the fight started from. And this is where a lot of people are saying would have been the start of Monique's downfall. From what we understand, Monique did not abide to the request to return Precious home. Instead, she started finding ways to legally adopt her or legally become a guardian. And it's unclear why she wanted to do this, because I would think if the girl's parents want her back, why not send her back home? Well, there's a video where Monique and this little girl, Precious, were talking about a situation. The Precious girl in the video is talking about somebody who doesn't want the best for her, about a father who probably wants to exchange her life for something. Even alluding that Precious's parents may not be her biological parents. And I think this video may have sparked something in people, because when you go down the comments, a lot of people were telling her to not send the girl back home. And this video was made earlier this year, around the 2nd, basically around February or so. So this video was a video where it started looking like Monique was not going to let Precious go because whatever life she had in the village was bad for her, alluding that the people in the village may not even be her real parents. And so therefore, she started making steps to legally adopt the girl. And I think back home, back in the village, Precious's family were angrily requesting that they bring the girl back. Some sources are saying that maybe the girl did not want to go back because of child marriage, because they wanted to exchange her for something. It's unclear what the entire story is, but it's just weird and spiritual and just crazy. And in another video, we hear Monique reveal that Precious's father has begun making threats to her mother especially. Because since it was Monique's mother that brought the girl to Monique, the father of Precious has gone to confront Monique's mother, threatening that if your daughter don't bring back our daughter Precious, it's going to be blood rolling. We're going to go spiritual. And anything she sees, she should take it. We're going to kill you or kill somebody. It's unclear who they were referring that they were going to kill, but it seems like they were going to either kill Monique or threaten to kill Monique's mother, or maybe they were even threatening to kill the girl themselves and leave everything in the head of Monique to deal with. But it was in this video and in this moment that we got to learn that threats are being made towards a life over the return of this girl back to the village. At the same time, we also learned that the little girl Precious, anytime she goes to these legal meetings that Monique will take her to acquire custody, that the girl herself suddenly doesn't take it seriously, suddenly doesn't say much, begins to laugh and does not really know. And people are like, oh, she's a little girl, she's a child. But in this video where she's talking about her father passionately, it seemed as though she knows what she's saying. Now, when she's in front of people who are supposed to help her get to stay in Abuja, she suddenly acts like a child. That to me is suspicious. Could it be that in this video, Monique is the one prepping her on what to say or what? Because it's unclear. However, though, we eventually got to learn that Monique did allow Precious go months before this death announcement. So Precious had already been sent back to her family. There was even a video where Monique makes a call talking to Precious, asking her how she's doing, asking her how life is going, and asking her why she didn't call. And that was when Precious reveals to Monique that, when the time she got to the village, people searched her bag and they removed the phone number that she had written down to call Monique, that somebody took it away from the bag and she didn't have the access to it. But this just goes to show you that Monique kept keeping in touch with Precious, and even explained that when Precious grows up, she will come and visit and come spend time with her. But that is all there is. The girl was sent back to the raging father, only for us to hear barely 10 days after her last video with her mother, she has been announced dead. People are saying the cause was not mentioned, but some people are saying it may have been malaria or some basic sickness, which I'm finding hard to believe. A lot of people are calling her death very highly suspicious, given the timing and given the past situation. And I'm not going to doubt that, because I also find it suspicious, especially in a situation where the girl literally had to come on TikTok to talk oddly about her parents in the village, about her father in the village, questioning if the father is really her father, and making such statements on video on TikTok. Even though the girl was returned back to the father, if the father did have any power or any spiritual inclination to hurt Monique, he would still go ahead and do it, even though they returned the child. Because there's a video out there where this woman and the daughter were talking weirdly about the girl's supposed father. It's just such a weird thing to happen, because honestly, it could also be that she may have died of a natural cause, of a sickness. It's just that the timing is just so suspicious to believe that the only thing that can convince me is if she had had an underlying issue that can be medically explained and proven. Otherwise, maybe I might start believing in spiritual attacks, because this story reminds me of that story about the woman who owns a school where she gives free education to children in a particular community in a village, and she rescues little girls from child marriages. She fights elders and powerful people in the community just to rescue little girls from child marriages, only for her to fall sick mysteriously and die. And I feel like this might be the case here, if we're going spiritual, because genuinely speaking, it is possible that this little girl, Precious, may have told Monique a lot of things that is happening to her in the village. If she's been abused, if she's been harassed, if they are threatening to sell her for marriage, if they're threatening to sell her soul, if they're threatening to do things with her, the little girl would have told Monique. And that would most likely be why Monique was so moved to want to keep her in Abuja and protect her and adopt her. But since that did not happen, the little girl would have gone back to the village and they would have asked her, what's up? What did you tell your madam? And the girl would have most likely said everything, and that is how they know that they would have to silence her, keep her quiet, keep her short, or get rid of her. Just my thoughts. And that is on the spiritual basis. Otherwise, we still need to open our mind to the possibility that maybe she too is dealing with certain things that we don't know. But I'm curious to know what's underlying health issue, because if there is no reasonable explanation, I will not accept malaria, because I don't believe in that bullshit. At this stage, it's only very poor people who should be dying of malaria, not capable people. It's all too suspicious to be malaria. And if people are believing this is spiritual, I don't blame them. Their handwriting is written all over it. It's unfortunate. I really do hope that, we get an explanation soon, or hope that this is a prank or something. I don't know. But it's sad and it's painful. A lot of people are blaming the girl Precious. Some people believe that Precious was sent in there to be the one to destroy her life. They believe that Precious was in on it all along. People are coming up with their own theory that the Precious girl was an actual tool used to destroy her. That when Precious was done, they wanted her back because she has done what she needed to do. Either that or the family or the father of Precious still continued with his threats. It's unfortunate.